Okay, what's a trend that you're so over right now?
What's yours?
Okay, the one where they stand back to back, "Wake up in the morning and us," that one, and then the I think it's the Nicki Minaj song comes,
Oh,
"Bees
yes.
in the trap."
Oh my god, wait, so I actually lip synced to that 3 times. I started at TikTok when the audio started, didn't it? It got like a couple hundred
Yeah,
views. My page is small on TikTok.
right.
And then I also did on Instagram.
Oh, you love that one, okay. Welcome to Glow Local, a podcast that celebrates community, entrepreneurs, and businesses around the area. Good morning, listeners. I am Andrea Pascali. Welcome to Glow Local. Today, I am sitting down with a very awesome guest that I can't wait to introduce. I'm sitting down today with Nicole Tropiano. She is a content creator who has been able to monetize her socials, and she is also a person who has created a lot of community collaboration on Long Island with moms and babies, and I absolutely love that because as a mom with babies, I think that what she's built is absolutely awesome. So if you don't know Nicole, you're gonna get to know her today, and you're gonna wanna be her internet bestie like I am. So welcome, Nicole.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so talk to us about, let's start off with who you are and what you've built.
Okay. So, hi, I'm Nicole Tropiano. I'm a content creator. I guess under the umbrella of somebody just gave me an amazing idea, community builder. I have my own personal Instagram page, Honestly Nicole, where I share everything. I say I'm a lifestyle creator. I share motherhood, mental health, random ramblings, whatever's really on my mind. I also run one of the largest moms groups on Long Island with my co-founder, Lauren Zabelli Davis. It's called Mamas and Minis Long Island. Come join us. And my most recent adventure is a networking and support group for established creators as well as aspiring and emerging creators.
Amazing.
It's called the Long Island Content Collective.
That's awesome. I feel like I want to learn so much about that because being that we are like small business driven podcast, I feel like there's probably so many people watching that are going to be like, tell me how to monetize my socials. Tell me how to be a content creator. So
And that's what I could do for you.
that's what this
what I help
business
do it.
is.
Yeah,
That's
and it's not just
amazing.
me. It's like, so I, in the grand scheme of things, am still just a micro influencer. I hate that term, but micro content creator.
Yeah.
I bring in my friends who I've met through the networking group, and I have them give us tips, tricks, secrets. They have 80,000, 100,000, 150,000 followers. Like, I have so much to learn from them also.
Sure.
So I bring it in so that we can all learn from them.
That's amazing. So have you established that already? Are you starting to do like the consulting already? Are you doing that?
So, like, I'll do discovery calls with someone, but at the end of the day, I can only teach so much. There's so much that I have to learn, but I can give tips, tricks, secrets, what I do, if this video hits, but this one flops, like what I did for both. I can give ideas, but then I host the workshops. Like, I have one coming up. I don't know if I can plug it or not.
Yeah, yeah.
But on November 20th, where we have a 3-speaker panel of larger influencers, local influencers, and they're gonna answer your questions. So it's a live Q&A.
Okay.
I just want to help people.
I love that.
That's my overarching theme with everything. I like go on the internet and speak. It feels like you're speaking into the abyss, you're speaking to your phone.
Right.
Sometimes I'll say something and I'm like, you just sent that out to tens of thousands of people. If I can help one person each day, like, my job is done.
I love that. And one of my favorite things about you is that you're so raw and so vulnerable and so honest about who you are and what you've been through. So would you mind sharing with everybody kind of what inspired you to start that Instagram page of yours that just completely blew up?
Yes, so it's one like market event that happened. So it started as I was telling you, it started as a health and fitness page. This is also my baby.
I was going to say, we never introduced the baby.
His name is Mac. You call him Mac.
Hi, Mac. It's like, what? Who's never introduced Mac?
My primary career, my job is a stay-at-home mom. So he comes with me everywhere.
I love it.
My 4-year-old is in school. There's nowhere that like podcasts, work events, collaborations. He's with me everywhere. It's just kind of like a thing if I'm coming, He's also breastfed and he won't take a bottle. I tried to get 3 separate babysitters to come here today and hang out with him in the car, but nobody was available. So
Here we
Mac,
are.
everybody.
Hi, Mac. We're so glad you're
I
here.
was telling people that his first podcast was 12 weeks old.
Literally, yeah. We've got Mac, and he's going to be our peanut gallery guy today.
Yeah, you're gonna hear his little coos on the microphone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well,
That's okay. So we were talking
yes.
about like what inspired you to start your Instagram page.
So started fitness. I had lost 110 pounds. I changed everything about my life. And then it had switched. I was starting nursing school. And for those who have been to nursing school, it becomes your whole life. It's unlike anything I had ever experienced. You need to learn how to do school over. So I changed the name of my page and I just started sharing my life. And then I got pregnant and that becomes my whole personality. And then motherhood takes the cake of it all.
Right.
But I remember it was actually in Massapequa. I was somewhere on a Thursday night and somebody was, sharing with a group of people. And she was talking about how her life is in shambles, how her marriage was deteriorating, how she didn't know if she loved him anymore, all these like beautiful things. And when you get vulnerable and honest, like for me, at least on the internet, when I'm vulnerable and honest, the support comes back tenfold.
Yeah.
So she was sharing and I was like, wow, that's so powerful. And then the next day on a Friday, I see on Facebook, she posts this brand new diamond necklace that her husband had gotten her and this whole paragraph about how she loves him so much and you're soulmates and life is beautiful and every day is a vacation and it's gorgeous and it's rainbows and butterflies and it was all bullshit. And I know people, who had looked up to her and thought that she had this gorgeous life because that's what she portrayed. And she was in fucking shambles.
Yeah.
And she was lying.
Wow.
And you have no idea who you've hurt by lying.
Right.
Now, it's not to say that we're responsible for other people because we're not.
No.
However, when you're dishonest, it makes other people feel like shit. And why would you want to do that?
Right. Yeah.
That's why I'm always like, there's certain things that I'm honest about, like, like my ring, my engagement ring, it's big.
Yeah.
It's moissanite. Like this diamond was like it would have been a down payment on a home. We lived in a basement apartment and my husband wanted to get me a real diamond. I said, don't you dare. I want a home to put babies in.
Yeah.
And so I went and I picked out a 2-carat moissanite stone.
And it's gorgeous.
And it's gorgeous. Yeah. When people are like, oh my God, you ring. I don't want them to think that we have it in a way that we don't.
I appreciate that so much.
Because I've compared myself to people and I've done a lot of work on myself to know that comparison is a thief of joy. And not everybody knows that.
That's such a good saying.
Why not help them?
Yeah.
So anywho, it was literally that one thing. And I'm like, I'm going to share the good, the bad, and the ugly for the rest of my life on the internet.
I'm obsessed with that. So obsessed with that. And it's funny because we just connected over this podcast like a few, 2 weeks ago. And it's so crazy because I remember like when I first started talking to you, I was like, you commented on something saying that you were like fangirling over the podcast. And I was like, I'm fangirling over you. I've been following you for so long and I loved your content, loved your page, loved everything you were about. And to be able to finally have like a real conversation with you and now like a real conversation with you, like I'm totally here for this because you are literally the epitome of what it is to be just like honest and organic and, vulnerable and all the things that so many people are like so afraid to be. And like you said, I loved what you said. You said like something about the thief of joy. Comparison, right? I love that because it's like social media is literally what people want you to think about them. It's not the truth, really, almost ever, except for in some cases like yours. And so when people find pages like yours, I feel like it kind of like snaps them back to reality to be like, I don't have to like walk around with this facade for the world. Like I can actually be myself and it's okay. And that's what, and I know you don't love the word Instagram influencer, but when you really think about it, I feel like it actually is kind of like, that's such an amazing impact to have on like your followers. Like you are influenced. I know you're like, yes, you're not responsible for others, but you're indirectly influencing people in like a really great way.
Well, thank you. And I do it. So here's the thing. I think that we're not responsible for others. So for example, like it's not my fault if somebody sees something that I have and feels bad or feels jealous, right?
Correct.
But we have a responsibility. Like when somebody has a platform the way that I do, I have a responsibility to be honest. So sorry, hold on.
No, you're fine.
I'm not sick.
the other day I was filming with Jen, and twice when I went to go speak, same
Like the
exact thing.
frog.
Same exact thing. And it was like in the video that he didn't cut any of it out, and which I didn't care about. I was like, well, you just see me going like I was like dying. I was like twice, so it's all good.
I don't mind if you don't cut it. I feel bad because I feel like the microphones pick up.
Oh my
everything.
God,
So-
stop. No way, girl. This is
the organic, unreal stuff.
that's what this is all. That's what it's all about. Right, Mac? He's such a good boy.
And I've also found that over the years, like getting people more grace, the more grace I give myself, that people aren't intentionally trying to be deceitful, although it is deceitful.
Sure.
Like an omission of the truth is still deceit.
Yeah.
They don't mean to. It's their own insecurity.
Absolutely.
You know, like people who are portraying these like gorgeous, clean houses.
With kids.
Do you enjoy a clean house, or does it keep you up at night and give you severe panic or anxiety, and maybe you have a touch of obsessive compulsive disorder? Because there's a difference.
Yeah.
There's also a difference between liking things neat and having actual obsessive compulsive disorder, which I am diagnosed with,
Right.
which can ruin my life on the daily
Sure.
basis.
Sure.
Like we just spoke about.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, I have such ADHD. But do you?
But do you?
Because people who have it are plagued by it.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's just something interesting.
Anxiety, ADHD. Oh, good work, Mac. Oh, I love that one. Do you feel comfortable sharing your mental health journey?
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about what's going on with you in that realm of life.
Yeah, so I'm an addict in
Okay.
recovery.
Wow.
By the grace of God and the universe and whatever you believe in, on December 3rd of this year, I'll have 13 years clean.
Wow, congratulations.
No, lucky 13. It feels
That's amazing.
feels bigger than like 10 was a decade, and that was a big.
That's huge. Yeah.
11 and 12 are just like, like a dozen. Again, so grateful, and it's
Yeah.
a moment clean is a miracle.
Amazing.
But 13, I feel like I need to go to like Vegas or something.
You should.
Lucky
You need to celebrate.
13 or
Right.
something.
You need to celebrate.
So I've been in recovery, active in recovery. I go to meetings.
Wow.
I have a sponsor, I've sponsored people. I am by no means a representative of the meetings that I go to.
Okay.
And I say that because I curse a lot or I have specific political views. I don't represent the organization.
Right.
It's just what's helped keep me clean.
Okay. Perfect.
So disclaimer.
Yeah.
I go to meetings regularly. I've been in therapy for a long time. I also have a slew of mental illnesses.
Okay.
I have depression, generalized anxiety disorder. In the past few years, I was diagnosed with bipolar 2
Oof.
and obsessive compulsive disorder.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's a fucking lot.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
How do you cope with all of that?
A lot of medication, all non-narcotic because I am in recovery.
Okay.
The toolbox that I worked so hard to fill, different like coping mechanisms, like just those simple anxiety coping mechanisms that you hear of, like,
Deep breaths.
name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can smell, 2
Yep.
things you can touch, 1 thing that you can think, that
Sure.
kind of thing.
Yep.
And like deep breathing, meditating, and
Yeah.
it also speaks to like my level of honesty and vulnerability on the
1000%.
I've been practicing this for a long time.
Yeah.
When people are like, I could never take a video of myself. I've been creating since 2019.
Right.
And before that, every week when I go and bare my soul at my meetings is what I was taught to do.
Right.
So it didn't just happen overnight. So if you're not an addict or if you're not going to meetings that, like, my life depends on being honest. Like addiction is black and white in so many facets, even though today I try to live in the gray.
Yeah.
It's like I die because I don't know how to have a glass of wine. Wine leads to weed, which leads to more wine, leads to cocaine, leads to opiates, and I need Xanax to bring me down. And then we say it's like a light switch, right? Like the light switch of my addiction, it's obsession and compulsion over something
Right.
is flipped on, and then like I'm dead. Like
Literally.
Xanax don't really go well together. Like it suppresses your respiratory system. And I have 2 children. So like that one glass of wine that society may tell me is delicious, or that one joint, because like weed is now legal, for an addict, for this addict, is not an option.
Absolutely right. I feel like you've created such like a safe space for people who follow you at this point, being that you're so vulnerable about all of this and so open about all of this, because there's just so many people out there that are probably watching your page and watching your videos. And, I like, and just looking at what you're saying and being like, oh my God, I've been through that. Or, oh my God, I'm going through that. And do you feel like you've been able to create like a safe space in your inbox for people? Like, do you get messages? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like to always let people know that I'm there. Listen, sometimes mentally, like, I just don't have the bandwidth. So
Sure.
I answer messages.
course.
I'll have time to look at the first line and I'll see what's there. Lately we've been on a good streak, like mentally, so I've been good. But of course, a lot of times if I share something about mental health, you'll see comments under the page, but like I have more messages in my inbox because people are perhaps a little apprehensive to share, like to put their story out there, which I absolutely understand. But there have been a few times over the years where I've gotten scary messages and we've had to like call it up on the chain, like give some, I always give resources. I put together like resources in nursing school. You okay, learning?
Hi.
I put together local resources of psychiatrists and therapists, but like sometimes there's this twice where I've had to like give the suicide hotline and be like, hey, who are you with? Say, could you give me their cell phone number? And I am by no means responsible for these people, but okay, can I rock him?
Of course you can. Yeah.
But by letting them know that I'm here and I am, able to give these resources, I've opened myself up to it.
Yeah. Right. So, Nicole, I want to ask you a little bit about your monetization of social media because I think, like we had said earlier, there's so many people that have thought about trying to become content creators so that they can be like stay-at-home moms like yourself and juggle parenthood. And let's be honest, we live on Long Island. You need an additional stream of income in every single household for the most part. Tell me a little bit about how you've been able to monetize your socials and at what point, did you start to realize you are so happy? I love that for you. At what point did you start to realize, oh, wow, I can actually create income through this? Like, what were you doing differently at that point than you were maybe in the beginning? Like, where was that transitional pivotal point for you?
Sure. So I'll say this. It's not easy.
No.
People ask, like, what's the secret? And I have the secret. And I want you to come to my workshop and, like, pay to come. So I don't want to tell you, but I'll tell you. It's consistency.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
Yeah.
So when I first had the page in 2019, 2020,
He's so happy.
it was like fitness, I was getting people in my DMs like, try this tea and post it, or try this protein powder and post it. And I was like, hell yeah. Like it feels so good. It's so great.
Yeah.
Had a couple thousand followers. And there were a few products where I tried them and I messaged them like, I'm sorry, I won't put this on my page. It's just shit, or it doesn't taste good. And I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
So come to find out that the bigger you grow, I mean, you're supposed to be honest, no matter if you have 100 followers or 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
The FDA has, not the FDA, the FTC,
Okay.
Federal Trade Commission,
Okay.
has very specific laws for influencers and content creators.
Really?
There's a whole page on their website.
Okay.
So it talks about how you have to be honest about collaborations, sponsorship, partnerships.
Sure.
If you're using hashtags, it can't be the 15th hashtag. It has to be the first or second ad collaboration. They do let you know, so I say, like, a lot of times I'm working with someone. Like, working with implies a collaboration or a partnership or a paid ad. But anywho, so back in April 2023, I was invited to come to a restaurant
Okay.
in exchange for posting on my page. So they were going to give my family and I a meal. And that was like my first time really being invited to a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is delicious. And I love creating content. So it kind of was a win-win.
Yeah.
And then I realized, like, oh shit, wait, I think I have something
Yeah.
here. Because until that point, I was really just sharing my life honestly, Nicole, on the internet. And then I realized that because of this platform I built, people want access to it. So it kind of snowballed from there. And after that is when I realized that I wanted support and I wanted to talk to people about it. So that's when I formed the Long Island Content Collective. Because selfishly, it was born because a lawyer goes into a law firm and they get to talk to their coworkers all day long. A nurse goes in and she gets to talk to her colleagues. They get to vent. They get to bullshit. They get to... I needed content creators and influencers to talk about for so many reasons. One, I wanted to talk about the nitty-gritty. I wanted to talk about rates. What are you getting paid?
Right.
They're telling me they don't have a marketing budget. Did they pay you? And so now I built this community and we talk about that. And we talk about businesses that were shitty to work with. And we talk about businesses that were phenomenal to work with.
That's awesome.
And we talk about small business who are going to drop off cookies at your house, and because it's a local mom, you want to post about them for free.
Yeah.
A barter versus a paid opportunity. And so through that support and through realizing, my worth in this industry, which is a new industry,
Yeah.
that I can get paid for my work, just started getting paid.
How fantastic,
I
right?
started pitching companies, businesses, brands. They ended up in my inbox. I do a little thing called Lucky Girl Syndrome. If you don't know about it, Google it.
Okay.
Do you know about Lucky
No.
Girl?
Tell me.
So I'm a little woo. I'm a little witchy.
I love that.
Lucky Girl Syndrome is basically every day. It's almost like a meditation practice.
Okay.
You just believe it's called pronoia
Okay.
as opposed to paranoia, that the universe is just working so fully in your favor.
Okay. So like The Secret.
100% that.
Manifestation.
I should have just said that.
Okay.
Manifestation. And Lucky Girl Syndrome is like whispering out to the universe, like, I'm a lucky girl. Everything that I'm seeking is seeking me back.
Love that.
Everything that's meant for me will find
Will come to me. Okay. Totally.
Everything I
Manifestation.
need needs me back. 100%.
Love that.
People just started popping up in my DMs.
So it's all about.
And it's also, listen, like if we're going to talk about it scientifically, it's the energy that I'm putting out. It's the self-worth. It's the security in my being and myself and my content.
Yeah.
And I just started monetizing. I had to build a platform to get there.
And you also had to learn how to monetize Instagram. Like I'm a business owner who has been trying really hard, especially lately, to really get more consistent on socials for the sake of advertising my company. And just learning Meta is like a whole nother job. Like learning how the algorithm works, learning how to read your insights, learning at what numbers to look at and how to interpret them. Like I remember there's been several times I've worked with marketing companies and they'll be like, oh, like, what are your insights? And they'll be like ask me questions about specific things. And I'm like, what is this number? What is that? And I'm like, what does it mean? It's this, but what does that mean? Is this good? Is this like a good, like what's a good amount of views? Like how many, like what goes, like how do I know something's like went viral? Like what is that?
Like your impression, your interaction.
All of that.
So we found that. So a lot of us, okay, so when I say a lot of us, I'm talking about the group chat that I have comprising of influencers and content creators. Chev, the Long Island Content Collective. I had like an event back in August 2024, and we formed a group chat after that. We've been just going since then. I've had other events where I've allowed the influencers to join group chats, but not into that initial one because I don't want to disrupt the chemistry that we
Sure, like the moment.
we talk about it, and we found that the algorithm, there's a different algorithm for everything. There's a different algorithm for stories, for posts, for static posts, for reels.
Oh,
So we're at the mercy of the algorithm,
quite literally.
literally at all times.
Literally.
This is how some of us feed our families.
It's crazy because I actually just saw yesterday, there's a girl that I know from my town who has a massive following. She has a small business that she runs primarily through socials. And her Facebook was like randomly deleted on her. Yeah, and it was like, I don't know if it was blocked and restricted, whatever it was, but like deleted. And she's literally been like on her stories, like help. Because this is partially how she runs her
And
business.
sometimes Meta like doesn't get back to
No, right, yeah.
It's horrendous. We talk about it. It like keeps you up
Right.
at night.
What other platforms do you use? You use Instagram, obviously.
Instagram.
Facebook groups.
Facebook, I have my mom's group.
Right.
Once you have a little over 18,000 moms in.
So that's Mamas and Minis. It's crazy. I've been in that group for so long, and I didn't know until today that was one of yours.
Oh my God, I love that.
I love that. So that's
I'm
amazing.
glad that you're in it.
I am in it, yeah. And I had no idea that was you, so I'm like, I love that.
Yeah. So that's me and my co-founder.
Okay, cool.
Lauren Zambelli Davis founded the group, had the idea to go on the walk, and then I jumped in, and then we kind of just snowballed together.
It's so cool. I love that.
Yeah, but she was the one who like had the idea, and it sparked from her postpartum depression. So my groups are like the ones that I run solely. It's my Instagram, Asay Nicole. That is linked to my Facebook, like my personal Facebook. I have a business Facebook for how it works. Listen, content creators don't have all the answers. I have a lot of the answers, but not all the
Right.
answers. Then I also create on TikTok.
I was going to ask you, do you use TikTok? Okay.
But I diversify my content. So, for example, like I'm a little more unhinged on TikTok.
Oh, I need to follow you on TikTok.
Well, no, yeah, it's good. It's fun. So, like, if I post something on a story, a lot of times I'll cross post to TikTok, and it lives on the grid there.
I see. Okay. I'm not big on, that's the only reason I really don't use TikTok, but
yeah.
because I don't trust myself. I don't want to get addicted to like another social media platform.
But I found like TikTok has taught me things.
Oh yeah, I hear that all the time.
Because I primarily create on Instagram, I would go on TikTok to relax. But I'm trying to build up both pages now. The craziest thing about TikTok is that you can go viral in a second.
Right, yeah.
Like you hope that you go viral for the right thing and not the wrong thing.
Yeah. And you also can do TikTok shop, right? Isn't that a thing now? That's like a big thing?
Yep, so I've been approved for that, but it's like
Okay.
I'm a salesperson
Right.
never happened. So it's hard, like you know, if there's a few things that I bought that I really love that I'll talk about, but
Yeah.
I'm not making a salesy video. But there are people who feed their families, like retire their husbands. Like God bless them. If I would love to get into it, I can just barely keep my head above water with the one platform that I am creating with.
Right.
And then for Mamas and Minis, we have an Instagram,
Okay.
and we have the Facebook group.
Okay. Understood.
What happened?
You let Monty get through.
What is it?
Well, we're almost done, luckily for Mac. Alrighty. So I do want to ask you about so if you have any tips for someone who's just starting their content creation journey, what would be like the first thing you would suggest that they do to take that first step to start growing their page?
So I started thinking about this because we are having a workshop coming up, and although I have the 3 speakers coming that I can learn from, they'll chime in and everything. You have to pretend that you're talking to no one, and you have to stop caring what people think.
Well, I feel like some of the best content goes like viral when you stop giving a shit,
Yeah,
essentially.
100%.
Yeah. Because someone once said something to me, I forget what it was, but it was something along the lines of like, there's no bad reason to go viral kind of thing. So even if like you go viral for saying something terrible, which I'd never want to be that person, but like some people are totally cool with it. There's always going to be an audience, a massive audience for that you spoke to, that agrees, and you'll go viral just within that audience. And it may not be the best reason, but like you went viral and now people know who you are, and now hey, you can make a video taking back everything you said. And
Sure. So we have a couple jokes about it. Is like, you know, some people will like shit on a video. Like you'll have commenters, random people like Mary from Idaho who like has her grandkids names in her bio, and she's like, "You're a shit person," or like,
You're a bad mom.
You have a stupid accent. So like, okay, Mary. Like,
thank you for the engagement.
or they'll have like a Bible verse or something, you know, and they're like telling you that you're an asshole. Okay. Like, did your pastor say that was okay? You know, but at face.
Right.
I digress. Yeah. But engagement is engagement.
Exactly.
So, I mean, listen, like, let's be kind people. Let's stay on the light side of, like, history and, like, good things.
Yeah.
But
But a little bit of rage bait doesn't hurt.
a little bit of engagement.
Yeah.
Is a little bit of engagement.
Yeah. I think that the rage bait is getting big now. I've actually come across accounts that are literally just clickbait, rage bait.
I know, it's terrible.
And it really is, but like there's sadly like
They're
a lot of
monetizing
people
somehow.
they're monetizing. There's a lot of people that feed into it. They don't even realize it's rage bait.
No.
Like they're just like la la, like, la, la. And like they're saying that publicly. Like person literally is like doesn't actually feel any of that. Like
Well, I'll see it in the Facebook Market where like the admins approve this just for rage bait. And
Yeah.
they don't do that in our group. And like, if somebody's something is super controversial, we don't approve it because we believe in the community over the separation.
right.
But you're absolutely
Yeah, there's some people that do that.
So just like back to the initial point is you have to stop thinking about other people. Not in a like we want
Not in a negative way. Yeah.
like forget like people are so concerned that their neighbor 3 houses down are gonna see their content and they get embarrassed that they don't post. Fuck that neighbor.
Right.
You know, respectfully.
Yeah.
Like forget about your mother-in-law, your sister-in-law, or those people from high school. Like just start creating, practice talking in the mirror. It's not comfortable. I've been public speaking for over a decade now, so that's why it's more comfortable. It didn't happen overnight. Practice makes perfect.
100%.
Yeah.
It's so true because there's been times where even like when we first started filming the podcast, where for me it comes like a little bit more natural at this point, simply because I have been literally talking to people in a business sense for years and years and years and years. And a lot of times I'm on my Instagram story talking to my clients, talking to my followers, and I've just gotten so used to it. But like I've put the camera on some of even like my staff members, and I'm like, talk about this service that you offer. Girl knows everything about the service, all the pros and cons about the service, everything there is to know about the service, and you put the camera in front of them, and Jose's the one behind the camera. How many times do they just like blunt, right? They're just like they can't speak. And so it is scary, and it's like I always feel so bad because I'm like, oh my god, I didn't want to like make you uncomfortable and put you on the spot, but I always am like encouraging them. I'm like, just practice, like don't just be like, I'm bad at talking on camera because today didn't go well. Like you gotta practice. Yeah,
Help feed my family with this.
it's amazing.
So we're a single income house. We bought our house in 2020 when I was still in nursing school. We live below our means. I mean, I still love lobster and steak, you know.
Of course.
Your girl does want a real diamond, you know, eventually. We need a bigger house for me to put more babies into it. But something had to give.
Yeah.
You know, so when I realized that this hard work could help feed our family, I went in, I leaned into it. I have a friend who's a creator. I'm not going to drop her name, but she has grown from like 30,000 followers to 150,000 followers. Her kids are older. I don't compare myself to her. She's told me not to, and I don't, because we're in different seasons of life.
Yeah.
Her kids go off to school, and she locks herself in her office, and she has a content schedule. How that she knows what she's posting. And if she doesn't have something to post, she'll reuse a video, which you're supposed to. The algorithm loves when you're active. So like if you just keep posting and like on a day, say you have a collaboration or something to post, you take a video that did well, you save it with like an app that's a really, it's called Repost.
Okay.
You save it, you repost it, and the algorithm kicks you back up.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
So there's like
little tips and tricks, which is what your content what's the name of the
Long Island Content Collective.
Okay, so the Long
Workshop. We'll talk about all of that.
Right. So anybody who's interested in learning more about how to do this is something that, how can people reach you to get information about the workshops?
So you're going to go on Instagram. It's just the easiest way. And type in Long Island Content Collective, and then you'll be brought right to our Instagram.
Perfect.
I have a smaller following, but incredible engagement, because the people who need to see it will find their way there.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I'm not looking to grow that page because I can barely create on my own page.
Yeah.
I just want it to be a hub for the activities and the events and stuff.
Understood. Okay. Talk to me real quick about sponsorships and collaborations with local small businesses. If there's small business owners watching this and they're interested in reaching yourself or any other content creator for the sake of whether it be a barter or a collaboration or whatever. So like, let's say I own a spa and I want to offer you a free service or something, and you're gonna video it and post it on your page. Can you tell me a little bit about how that works? Because I've always wondered, if I wanted to bring influencers on and have them post about my salon, is there a monetary exchange? Is there a bartered exchange? Like, tell me how that works in the life of a content creator. How do you guys like charge for that and stuff like that?
So it's all different.
Okay.
So charging, like the rates that you're going to be charged are going to depend on thing.
Okay.
But more so, you're going to want to find a creator that's dynamic in their rates.
Okay.
So it's like if they have a good month with engagement or a bad month with engagement. So like my rates change.
Okay.
I can't in good faith charge a company the same amount. Like I had a video go viral 2 years ago. I got 20 million views on it. My insights were through the roof.
Okay.
I messaged like I wanted a wagon for my daughter. I was on the internet messaging like
This company.
all different companies.
Okay.
These are my insights. This is the exposure I can bring you. Do you want to collaborate?
Perfect.
If I have a down month, I'm not charging a company the same amount as when I had 20 million views on the video.
Okay,
I'm
understood.
not charging a big corporation the same amount that I'm charging a small business.
Okay.
A lot of us feel the same way.
Okay.
Some people don't, and that's okay because their platforms are huge.
Okay.
And everybody, business owners and creators, be compensated fairly for their time and their service.
Right.
So I will say that I do a good amount of bartering and exchanging.
Okay.
Like a service or product exchange for marketing.
Perfect.
If it's something of value to me.
Right.
I'm not going to travel an hour for a service like a facial, perhaps if I just got a facial,
Right.
or it's, you know, the lowest facial that they had.
Yeah.
If somebody, and I don't, pardon me, I don't know the names, but if
Yeah.
somebody wants to give me like a Hydra Diamond triple amazing facial,
I'm going to turn that into a facial, a Hydra Diamond triple facial.
your girl may get a babysitter and travel an hour for it, but you
Yeah.
have to understand, like, I
Yeah,
need
it's got to be worth it.
I need child's care. I need gas money.
Sure.
You know, like my car may be a write-off, but am I making enough money to even write it off? You know? So also like for restaurants, if it's a restaurant I want to go to, perhaps I'll do a meal exchange.
Okay.
I also like I could order a wine, right? Leftovers home. I could think about it that way.
Okay.
But a lot of times, like the space I'm in right now, I'm not able to take on unpaid work.
Okay.
You know, there's like a thing we kind of like, we hype each other up, and there was not a meme, but a picture with words on it.
Right.
And it was like, you know, when you don't know what to say to a business who's offering you a slice of pizza in exchange for a reel that's going to go out to 30,000 people, just say like, I'm not able to take on unpaid work right now to make your business money.
Right.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah, of course.
I
Absolutely.
can't guarantee customers and I can't guarantee business, but there's a chance. I just posted something for my daughter's birthday.
Right.
And the people were booked twice already.
Oh, wow.
You know, just by people that saw on stories. I didn't reel out until 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, right.
That I'm able to do this, that I'm able to work from my phone and work with my babies, and like I'm raising them. I don't have to send them off somewhere because we've designed this.
Yeah, right.
We're not lucky. We're not, you know, like my parents passed away. My dad's
I'm so sorry.
passed away, thank you. And he left us because of the hard fucking work that he did. He left us with a decent amount of like assets.
Right.
And because of that, I'm able to stay home.
Thank God.
And I mean, I'm morbid, but we call it dead dad money. I'm like, I'm going to make a dead dad money.
Oh, dear God.
You get it. Yeah. No, I can laugh.
It's actually okay. I can find humor in anything. Yesterday, I was at my parents' house. Thank God they're both around. God bless. Oh my God. And my son, my 6-year-old, is obsessed with money. So my father made the mistake of telling my son what his house is worth at this point because they're like starting to think about selling it. And now it's all my son talks about with my dad when he sees him. So like, Pop, like you're a millionaire now, right? And my dad's like, not even close. And he'll literally say like, you're a millionaire because your house is worth like $1 million. And my dad's just like, yeah, but then what happens if I sell my house for $1 million? Don't I have to buy another house to live in, right? And then my son's just like, oh, so then like how much does that cost? Like maybe like $20. And I'm just like, I want to be 6 again. Like the ignorant, oh my God, like ignorance is such bliss. And like, oh, and then, you know, it kind of is just one of those things where like I literally looked at my dad. Again, I could find humor in anything. And I said to my dad yesterday, I was like, wow, Pop, I was like, I guess everybody can't wait for you to be dead at this point so that we can all just collect on you. Because my son only wants to know what he's getting from my dad when he's gone. Like, that's all he ever, like Pop, are you going to leave me anything? Or this? And I'm just like, Jill, stop. Like,
They're just saying overall.
oh my God, it's so fucked up. Oh my God. But like literally this conversation happened with my father yesterday. So it's kind of funny you said that. Yeah, well, I mean, you were saying that like, you know, at this point, like you've been able to stay home because, you know, your parents have left behind a little bit for you and that's beautiful.
But then things got tough. You know, like I had money coming in monthly from my father was a volunteer firefighter for 35 years. Wow. And because of that, and he had line of duty cancer. And so anyways, money was coming in and then it stopped.
Yeah.
And so I had to like, I'm an RN. I had my BSN.
That's amazing.
I could make $120,000 a year.
Yeah.
I could make $100,000 in a med search for 120 if I could. Right. Something like aesthetics.
Sure.
But I want to raise my baby.
I love that.
Easy out of life would be if I bring home 120,000.
I know. You can have a nanny.
See, I love.
Are you sure you don't want to go back to?
I stay at home and have a nanny. I don't want to work.
Right,
No other reason, but
You can do your own private RN practice.
I know. I like concierge, lactation, or midwifery.
I'm sure your wheels are always
Oh,
spinning.
like I said.
Yeah, right.
So, anyways, I needed to make up that money, and so like started creating harder and building my insights and my engagement in my page, and you know, being able to work with business. Now, small local businesses are my fucking jam.
Okay.
Again, like I said, I adjust my rates, so I'm not charging them when I'm charging Walmart or something like that. by any means,
Right.
whatever. Anyways, if you want to know all about rates, like come to my workshop, we'll talk about it.
Okay, perfect.
But I just want to help and I want to benefit, especially mom-owned businesses.
Yeah.
I can't post everything for free. I, of course, post everything in an exchange, but what I can, I will.
Yeah.
And the experience, so let's take money off the table.
Right.
And I know that's what we're really here to talk about. But the experiences I was able to give my daughter in her first year of life because of Mamas and Minis and content creating, we wouldn't have been able to afford it. We were at play places. She's getting, even to this day, things sent in the mail, you know, like, well, I'm able to go get a facial and relax from more. And like you said, your French is phenomenal.
She is great.
And I don't do any like exclusivity clauses. Like, you know, I pump up one business and then if somebody else offers a facial, I'm going to go and support that business. Although, Laura, I'll come back to you.
She is wonderful.
She is lovely. I just help people.
And I think that that's admirable because again, that's sort of how like we started the podcast, right? Jose and I came together with a business, like-minded mindset where it was like I brought him in to help me with content for my spa, and all of a sudden it turned into a community service-driven podcast to help spotlight small business owners. And there's just something to be said about, doing things out of the goodness of your heart because it feels right and it feels good. And sure, it's maybe not paying us for our time, but like it's worth it. Like we enjoy it. We really do. Like we enjoy it so much because we get to learn about, all these other small business owners and the hustlers behind them. And okay, so like one of the things that like I'm obsessed with, because as we've been doing this podcast and now are we at 10? This is episode happy number 10. Now that we're on this is so exciting. So we're on episode 10 now. And like every business owner up to this point, a lot of them, if not most of them, have been moms, females, right? Female mom business owners or just female business owners. And everybody comes to the chair with like such a unique and inspiring story that I think speaks so much to hopefully the audience that I'm growing on the Glow Local podcast, in the sense of there is quite literally nothing you can't do when you really think about it. Like, okay, there's you. Like you're a content creator. You've grown your platform so much to the point where you're monetizing it. But like, you're also an RN. You also have 2 kids. You have mental health issues. You have so much. And look at what you have built. Like I'm in awe. Like I think it's the most inspiring thing in the world. The girl that we had before you, like last week, Jamie Boyer, business owner. I saw you were actually engaging with one of her posts because it resonated with you. Like she lost her brother, and
That's to addiction.
to addiction.
Well, that's when people bare their souls, you had no fucking idea who you're helping when you get honest, specifically on the internet. You posted that on the internet. Like, of course, you can connect with someone over coffee or in a Dunkin' Donuts line, but like,
Right.
when you're honest, you're helping people.
It's true. It's true. And I think that there's just so much inspiration there. Like, I hope to God that if you're a person that is a stay-at-home mom, or you're not a mom and you just maybe you're unemployed and you're going through something right now mentally, you just can't find a job, whatever the case may be, my hope and dream like is to literally speak to those people and be like, watch what we're doing. You can do this. Like you can do this. Like you can build that business. You can take that leap of faith. You can follow your dreams. You might fall on your ass a few times. We all have. But eventually with consistency, like you can do it. You really can. Like there's really nothing you can't do. Oh, my guest. You are my guest now. Mac, I have some rapid fire questions for you. Are you ready? He smiled. He's ready. Oh my goodness. All right. So I want to know what your morning routine looks like. Do you have one? Or are you kind of like a wake up and take it as it comes?
I do now.
Okay.
Because my daughter started UPK.
Oh, I love you, PK. My son was in that.
We need to be there at a certain time. But no, my daughter and I woke up together every day for 4 years. Whenever, the universe said it's time to wake up.
Yeah.
But now, and I just said last week, I'm jealous of people who have the morning routine. I'm not a morning person. I don't either.
Yeah.
So I wake up my alarm goes off at 5:50 on the weekdays.
Wow, God bless.
Well, because I need a little time to myself.
Sure. Okay.
So I get up. Sometimes he needs to be nursed.
Okay.
So we need to be out of the house by 8:45.
Okay.
Sometimes it's 9. Sometimes this morning was 9:12.
Okay.
My husband's not going to see this, so he's not going to be mad that we were late. I just drink my coffee. I put on a show in the background, Parks and Rec, The Office, something like that, Schitt's Creek. And I'm usually posting content or paging or answering DMs.
Okay,
I
perfect.
just need that little bit.
So you have a cup of coffee in the morning. Not a matcha girl, right? I can't stand matcha. I always ask people coffee or matcha, and like every once in a while they say matcha. I'm like, matcha? Ugh.
The matcha girlies get so defensive.
I know. I hate it. It's grass. So what's the first Instagram metric you check first each morning after you post a video that you know did good? Like, are you looking at impressions? Are you looking at views? Views.
I
Yeah.
could go into my grid and check out the views, and that'll give me a quick gauge as like how many comments to expect. But unless a brand asks, I'm not really looking at my insight.
You're not. Okay.
Just
Yeah.
for me, it's not. And most brands or most restaurants
Mm-hmm.
that I work with don't.
Are you able to monetize your socials even when you're not representing another company? Like, will Meta just pay you for like for like having a lot of views or impressions?
Yeah, so they have something called bonuses.
Oh,
I can give them to you or take them away whenever they want.
Oh,
So in 2021, I had them. I was making a couple $100s a month.
wow.
Before I got serious with me,
Yeah.
my life, and then they just took them away. I can
I
make.
never really understood how it worked.
I make a little bit of money on Facebook.
Okay.
A friend of mine, the one who does like goes in her office and
Yeah.
it's work 9 to 5. She makes thousands of dollars on Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah, she's working hard.
Yeah.
And that's getting paid from myself.
Oh my God, that's so interesting. I have to come to like one of your workshops. I'm just so interested in learning more about like how to monetize socials.
Sorry, girlfriend. I'm putting all your information out there. She's gonna be at the workshop. She's one of the speakers.
Oh my God.
Aspen.
You have to send me that info after this. Okay. What's a trend that you're so over right now? Is there any that like you just watch like certain trends and you're just like cringe? I have one. I have one.
Okay, so it's about a local business. I'm not gonna name that.
Don't name the business.
Because now I'm kind of like obsessed and I kind of want to go, but out of like, not spite, but out of principle, I'm not going to go, but I might. I just think that sometimes people will do things for a viral moment and then take it too far.
Okay.
So there's no trend specifically. I'm trying to look at audio or something. It goes so quick. What's yours?
Okay, the one where they stand back to back, wake up in the morning and us, you know that one, and then the I think it's the Nicki Minaj song comes, Bees in the Trap.
Oh my God, wait, so I actually lip synced to that 3 times. I started at TikTok when the audio started, it got like a couple hundred views.
Yeah.
My page is small on TikTok. And then I also did on Instagram.
Oh, you love that one. Okay.
Like Bees in the Trap, like that
Yeah.
song, whatever the
No,
name
that's a good song.
is to my soul.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Just the actual trend itself.
Where they're standing up and one sings it and they go to the
Yeah.
next one.
I don't know why. I don't like it. There's just certain ones that like when they pop up, I'm like, all right, I've seen enough.
Do you know what I hate when somebody's lip syncing to something and they don't nail it and they still post it?
Yeah, that's actually what keeps happening with that trend. So I'm like,
don't lip sync because I can't. That's why I never.
You actually have
on
to sing it.
TikTok because I can't dance. I can't remember. Yeah, like there's a few. Like I just posted 2 lip syncing videos last night and one this morning. Like,
if only they heard you actually belching the song.
I know. If you don't nail it, don't post it.
No,
You
yeah.
know? Everything else should be organic.
When it comes to those trends, I feel like you kind of have to. You just got to nail it, or I don't know. That's just me. Like I don't ever like look at someone's post and judge or be like, ew, you should take that down. Like never. It's just when I say trends that I'm over or trends that make me cringe, it's things that like I just personally wouldn't do myself. Because we have to do marketing trends for the spa, and we've done a couple of them, and like we did the ghost one recently. Jamie did that one. That one was cute. We do some, and then there's other ones where like if someone like one of the girls suggests it, they're like, want to do that trend? Where I'm like, nope,
Hard stop.
no, I don't want to. I don't like it. Is there any trends that you're like loving right now, or have you done any? Like, are you into like the trendy TikTok like audios and stuff like that, or?
Less on TikTok, more on like Instagram. We're going to one of the creators that we have like a smaller group that once you were able to start collaborating on different pages, we started meeting up for like lunch and brunch.
Okay.
Hosted at different restaurants. So we're gonna do one. Have you seen it where you go to like a girls' lunch or a brunch and everybody brings like a little tchotchke or a little gift?
Oh wait, it's like everyone brings like a random thing.
Hand sanitizer,
Okay.
like a gift,
Okay.
right? we're gonna do that in 2 weeks at lunch, so I'm excited for that one.
I saw one similar. I saw one where they take a video and everybody that works for the company lines up and they turn around and then each person has to bring a random object. It's so silly. And like, for example, like someone will bring like a statue of like a bird from their house and then like they place it on a table and then everybody turns.
Guess he is fun.
No. So what you'll do is like let's say there's a whole like the whole staff is lined up and then everyone's not looking and the person whose turn it is gonna walk over to a table behind them, put the object down and stand there and like present the object while everybody turns around and everyone's just gonna like see the random object and 9 times out of 10 like they'll either crack up or they'll be like, eh. But like there was like I don't even know, someone put like I think it was like a tampon, you know, and then the next person had like a statue of like Mary, you know, and it's so random. And I actually thought that one was cute. Yeah, so that kind of reminded me of that trend, and I was like, that one was fun. But
They're silly and they're fun that you can get. Like, so here's that one with the gifts has been trending for a while. So we're not necessarily doing it to go viral. We're doing it
Sure.
because it's so fun.
it's fun.
And there's going to be 5 less out.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I actually, I don't prefer the trending audios as much as I prefer the just more creative ones. I think that's why I actually really love like a lot of your content because you're not just like, you know, voicing over a lot of what you do, but like there are so many where it's creative. Like you're just like, it's more organic. It's more in the moment. I posted a video the other day of my 2 kids eating dinner. And it was literally like this, my story caption said, most parents say that they make their kids sit down nice for dinner. And then it's like, and then there's us. And then it's like my 2 sons, one has his shirt off. The other one has my other son has all my costume jewelry wrapped around his neck, like gems and stuff. And then the baby is like inhaling spaghetti like a savage. And my older son is just cracking up because he's like, why is he eating like that? And as he's cracking up with all the gems on, he just starts saying things like, I'm gonna fart. You know, and like it was just such like an organic, funny video, and like it was real life. It was just pure chaos. They ended up on the floor. They're laughing. They're trying to eat their spaghetti, and like that's the content I live for. Like the more like just organic, like it's totally candid. It's so fun. I love that content. That's what I live for. But yeah, the trending videos and stuff are cute too. But that content is what I live for. I love that stuff. It's so fun. You know, if people want to reach you, they can. Do you prefer like emails, text, calls, anything specific, DMs?
Like DMs.
Okay, DMs.
For the most part.
Okay, cool. All right.
If they really want to stand, am I saying it now?
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Like, if you'd like to reach me, there's a few different ways.
Okay.
If you're really looking to stand out and you want me to see the message, it's an email.
Okay.
It's in my Instagram bio. If you go to honestly_Nick_Bull, my email is in my bio there.
Perfect.
If you're on looking for community, come join us at Mamas and Minis Long Island. If you're on Facebook, is MAMAS, Mamas and Minis Long Island. We're also on Instagram, but majority, like the meat and potatoes, is on Facebook. It's our discussion group. And if you're an established creator, an influencer, or somebody who's looking to break into the space, come follow us at Long Island Content Collective on Instagram. Forget all of that. Just follow me at Honestly Nicole, send me a DM, and I'll direct you where you need to go.
But now they know all of the different areas that they can.
That's the easiest way if you,
I love that.
depending on what you're
Yeah.
looking for. But if that's too much for you, I'm always there on Instagram.
I love that. So, I mean, this episode was great because it kind of spotlights all the different ways and all the different styles that people can make money in today's day and age. Yeah. There's so many different versions of what a small business can look like. And so, you know, you love supporting small businesses, but you are your own small business. Even though an outsider may not look at it like that, like you are. And that's why I really was looking forward to the episode because I wanted to spotlight something unique. And in today's world, in 2025, like this is what we're becoming. We're a very digital world. And you can be a stay-at-home mom and monetize. And it doesn't have to be a pyramid scheme or, you know, like you remember we were going through that for, I mean, we still kind of are. So, but
For Mamas and Minis, I had cards made up, and I'll hand them at the playground. And I'm like, I'm not trying to sell you anything.
yeah, right. You don't have to buy anything. So that's what I think is really nice is that we've been able to figure out a way for moms to be stay-at-home moms and build these platforms. It's work, but you're an RN. Like you've chosen this path over, you know, your career, you know, Yeah. And so it just goes to show, it proves that like this is a very doable career path for people who are interested. And it opens up that creative outlet for those that are creative. So I love this. Thank you so much. I can't wait to share all these clips because I think people are going to love them. Love Mac. We love Mac. I can't wait for Max to watch this when he's older. Mac's going to look back and be like, I was on my first podcast. How old is he now?
12 weeks.
Oh my God.
3 months today.
Well, Mac's ready for a nap, so we're going to shut down. Ready, Mac?
Hi, everyone.